Visit us at Eduvvo. Thank you for calling Eduvvo.
In this video, we will be talking about headings, and headings are so easy. For example, this is a heading. Did you get the point? So a heading is used to make head for example, a paragraph, for a content, wherever it is. But headings, this is the use of headings. Did you see? So this is a heading, and this is the sub. This is not a subheading, but this is a paragraph for this heading. Alright, so this is the big heading, and you can call this a subheading or the heading of the paragraph. So these things called headings. Alright, so let me code it for you, and it's easy to do. Okay, now if you just want to code, did you remember you have to be inside the body? Alright, so our code will be over here, so everything show over here. Alright, so let me just give you an example of how we do a heading. This is how you do a heading. You put an starting tag and a closing tag with the name of each one. Alright, h1 means heading 1, heading number 1. Alright, and between this is our content that will show up over here. For example, let me say heading 1. Alright, now if I just save it and I go refresh over here, as you see, it make me a heading. Alright, but if I want to make a smaller one, how I do that? I just put 2, and now if I save it by clicking Command S or Control S, I use Windows, so I just go Control S. Alright, and refresh over here, it will be smaller. So let me just make multiple of these. There are 6 types of headings. We have h1, we have h2, h3, h4, h5, h6, but don't forget to put the numbers on the 2 sides. Alright, okay, and for 4 as well, and 5 and 6. Alright, now if I save it and I refresh this page, as you see, we have 6 types of headings. Alright, so heading number 1 is the greatest one. Alright, and heading number 2 is the second, and number 3 is the third, and 4th, 5th, 6th. Now you will see, as you see, the point. So I would recommend this is used to make titles for, or a subject, or a title for an examples, or a projects, or a title for images, or a title for paragraphs, anything you want. Right, but this is the heading use. You're going to use it to make subjects and headings of titles or anything you want. But did you remember we want to change this thing? This looks ugly. As you see, this is the profile or the document name. I want to change that. How I do that? Do you remember we use the title tag, and I can put wherever I want. I will call it headings, since we are learning about headings. If I refresh that, as you see, we have headings. Alright, so this is how headings are used. See you in the next lecture. This video we'll be talking about paragraphs. Alright, and paragraphs are the same as headings, but the difference that they are paragraphs. Alright, so let me just make the title paragraphs instead of headings, because we are doing paragraphs lecture. Alright, and over here I will make a paragraph tag. So this is how you make a paragraph tag. And now I can type any paragraph I want, and it will show up on the other page. So let's get started, and let me type, for example, my name is Frank Jeff, and I like or actually I like coding HTML. Alright, now if I save that, now you go refresh over here. As you see, this is how a paragraph looks like. I can type any text I want. Alright, it will be more nice if I just say h1, and I said paragraph, and I said it like that. Now if I save it and I go over here, look how awesome it looks like. Alright, so this is how paragraphs are used. But for now, let me show you an awesome feature on this software. As I told you before, when we were setting our environment, I told you need to get Google Chrome and this software packets. Why would I do that? Because we have a nice feature that we will use now. Now let me close this page and click on this thing called live preview, right? Now it's going to launch. Alright, now whatever I type over here will show over here without me saving it and refresh the other page. If I said, for example, paragraph, and I typed anything, as you see, it show up over there without me refreshing the page. See how awesome it is? But other thing you want to know, if you want to change the theme of the code editor, alright, there are something over there called themes. You're going to click that, and there is bracket light. That's what I'm using now. There is bracket dark, as you see, but I'm going to use brackets light because I prefer that on recording, right? And you can increase your font by adding more pixels font size, and you don't want to play with this thing. Alright, now click on done. Alright, and this is what you need to know. See you in the next lecture. In this video, I will be talking about emphasis and the strong tag. We will begin with the emphasis tag first. Alright, so what emphasis tag is? So let me make a paragraph and make things clear. If I say my name is, for example, Frank Jeff, and I like coding HTML. Alright, whoops, should do that. Alright, and I want to emphasize that this text is important, or emphasize that this text is important. Basically, I put them between two tags called the emphasis. Alright, so if I said em and I close it and I put this text, alright, inside these things, the font will change to italic, saying that this text is important. You can use this em just to, change the text font or whatever you want, but em to the browser that this text is important, and that's the function of em. That's it. It just make you feel that this thing is important. What about the strong? It's the same, but the different is the font, or the text looks different. Alright, so if I put them between a strong tag, we also say that this text is important, but the difference that is more strong. It's bold, as you see, it's so more black than the others. Alright, so this is what would you use emphasis on strong tag on HTML. See you in the next lecture. Hello, in this video we will be doing BR and HR tags, and they are so easy. So let's get started. First of all, if I make, for example, a paragraph, alright, let me just make a paragraph and put any text or any paragraph, alright, and I put this, for example, I take this from a website I didn't know, but I just took it and I copy it and paste it over here. Alright, so this is a paragraph. I want to make another one. I just copy this one, I'll put below it, as you see. So we have this paragraph and this paragraph, and between them is space. But what if I want to add more space between them? What I use the PR and the HR tags. But let's get started with the PR first. Alright, if I put BR, as you see, we have more space. But the thing that you haven't noticed is the PR is unclosable. You don't put unclosing tag. Did you get the point? Because PR is simply unclosable tag, and you're going to have multiple of unclosable tags on the next lectures. But for now, let's stick with the PR and HR tags. Alright, so PR makes space between things. Alright, and the HR is the same, but the difference is that, wait, let me refresh. Alright, they separate this thing, separate this paragraph by a line, and this is the different. Alright, but the PR separate them with more space, I think. Yes, this is what it does. And we can do something awesome by adding PR, and by adding, not PR, I mean HR. As you see, we have a space and HR. If we add also a PR, as you see, we have a space over here, and we have a separator line. Alright, so this is what PR and HR used for. See you in the next lecture. This video I will talk about comments, and comments are so easy, and I will tell you when you are going to use it. Alright, so comments is used to remind the coder what to do next and what is the element or the tag is. Alright, for example, let me just make an h1 tag. For example, I want the h1 tag to be my title of the web page. For example, I will say welcome to our website. Alright, and I want to put a comment beside it so I know what is this. Alright, and instead of reading a lot of things, I just do something like this. Let me explain after doing it. Alright, so we have less than, and we have exclamation mark and 2 dashes and another 2 dashes and more than. Alright, and between this you're going to have your comment. For example, I will say this is the title of this page. Alright, so this is a comment for myself. This does not show up in the browser, but it show up in the code editor. So when I open and code anything, I know that this is the title of the page. So just a comment, it doesn't do anything, it has no function, but it remind me. Alright, so you put the less than and the exclamation and 2 dashes, and you put the comment and another 2 dashes, and you close it with the more than tag. Alright, so this is how you do it, and it's easy. You can use it multiple times. Alright, if I said paragraph and I said my name is Frank Jeff, alright, and I say like this, I say this is the first paragraph. Alright, and actually paragraph, not paragraph. Right, and I close it, and now we have a comment. That's what comments is. See you in the next lecture.